Hello friends, in this video we will discuss about the that is evidences of the evolution. So as we have discussed whatever according to the theory of the evolution, the first material which is found that is nothing but a protoplasm. Okay, that protoplasm that is the after that it get converted into the unicellular cell from the unicellular up to the multicellular and total span or lifespan which is required to convert unicellular up to the multicellular that is nothing but a 300 crores of a year. So this is a long span which is required to convert unicellular up to the multicellular, well-developed, multifunctional, all around the living organism. Okay? So this is nothing but a long process. This is nothing but a very slow process of the development in which at every stage of this development there is some changes that takes place, development will take place, and after that they will pass to the next generation. This is called as a evolution. But we need to prove this thing. So these are nothing but some evidences which is given in this chapter. First, that is a morphological evidence. Morphological evidence. Second one, anatomical evidence. Third one, vestigial organ. Fourth, that is the paleontological evidence. It is nothing but a one kind of the branch of science. Next, connecting links between the different phylums, between the different groups, and embryological evidence. Okay, so step by step we will study the morphological. First, we will study the morphological evidence. So, morphology means what? Morphology means what? The structural changes, the size change, the shape changes. Morphology matlab kya? Physical structure, we can say that. The structure we can easily identify with the help of the naked eyes. और physical look उसे बोल सकते हैं, appearance उसे बोल सकते हैं. So this is nothing but a morphological change. That is the by seeing overlook, by seeing your eyes, with the help of your eyes, you can easily identify what is the similarities between these number of kinds of the plants, between these number of kinds of the animals. Okay? So whatever the examples which is given in your textbook, you can go through that one. So morphological evidences, that is the evidences which can be proved with the help of the physical or with the help of the appearance, with the help of the look. So अगर ये आप diagrams carefully observe करोगे, so number of the animals are given here, just like a dog is there, sheep is there, different kinds of the dogs are also there. ठीक है, तो इनमें similarities क्या आपको दिखाई देती है? That is nothing but a position of the eyes. Everyone have a similar position of the eyes. Then position of the nostrils also, and structure of the nostrils. If you look carefully, the structure of the nostrils are also look similar. Clear है? Then arrangement of the eyes or position of the eyes. Then presence of thick hairs on the body. It is also similar, which shows the similarities between these plants. ठीक है? तो ये हमें क्या बताते हैं? That if these are nothing but a different species of the dogs are given. ठीक है? इनमें क्या हमें समझ में आता है? Though they are the different, but their origin, their ancestor were same. Their ancestor were same. ठीक है? From the position of the eyes, everyone have a same position, similar position. ठीक है? Then the position of the nostrils also, then position of the mouth, structure of the nostrils, the hair which is present on the body, it shows they have a common ancestor. Second जो है, different plants are given here. ठीक है? So plants के जो leaves होते हैं, ठीक है? Leaves अगर हम देखेंगे plants में, ठीक है? So this is nothing but a vertical line which is divides these leaves, and these are nothing but a venation. Okay? Which provide a food, which provide a water to that leaf. These are nothing but a venation. So venation जो है वो two types के होते हैं. एक तो parallel venation होते हैं, जैसे कि आप पीपल वगैरह trees में देखते होंगे parallel venations. ठीक है? There will be no intersection between that cells or between that nerves which are present on the leaf. और another होता है that is reticulate, मतलब mixing, जैसे जाली जैसा होता है on the plant. ठीक है? These are nothing but a reticulate venation and parallel venation. Okay? These are the kinds of the venation which is present on the leaf. Again, position of the stalk of the leaf to the branch, we can say that that is nothing but a petiole, stalk of the leaf. the position of the stalk of every leaf will is closely similar. ठीक है. So it is again proof that अगर हम different kinds of the plant लेंगे लेकिन उनकी जो arrangement है, उनका जो color appearance है, which can able to easily distinguish with the help of our naked eyes, this morphological structure well same. So ये क्या prove करता है कि they have a common ancestors. ठीक है. Second जो है that is a anatomical. Anatomy means what? Study of the internal structure of the body. This is known as the anatomy. तो अगर डिफरेंट एनिमल्स हैं यहाँ पे, जैसे टेक्स्ट बुक में दिखा रहा है डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ द एनिमल्स हैं, ठीक है. अगर उनके बोन स्ट्रक्चर्स आप देखोगे, सो दे आर वेरी वेरी क्लोजली सिमिलर टू वन अनदर. ठीक है. सपोज ह्यूमन हैंड एंड कैट्स ऑफ द फोर लेग्स, दो दे हैव डिफरेंट फंक्शंस. Hand, human hand का and cat of the four legs, though they have a different functions or origin, then but their structure is closely similar. ठीक है. जैसे कि arrangement of the bones है, ठीक है, जो structure है वो closely similar है. Again a joint of that bones to the body, it is again closely similar. ठीक है. So they ये हमें क्या बताता है? They have the common ancestors. अगर next है that is the patagium of a bat. Patagium क्या होता है? It is nothing but a fold of the skin. Patagium is nothing but the fold of a skin which is useful to fly also to the bat. Again, it is useful to make attack on any kind of the bodies. ठीक है. So this is nothing but a patagium. तो patagium का use अलग है and that is the flipper of a whale. Flipper क्या होते हैं? It is nothing but just a second. Okay. So different animals के जो functions है use करने के, according to that animal it will be different. Functions are different, but the structure of that bones, again that arrangement or attachment of that bones to the body, to that organ, is similar. Again हम बात कर रहे थे patagium of the fold. Patagium मैंने explain किया. Patagium is nothing but the fold of the skin, which is useful for the flying purpose also, and it is useful for the to stab the bat or to attack on the another organism, another bird. Then अगर हम इन दोनों के बारे में comparison करें, that is the patagium of the bat and the flipper of the whale. तो flipper क्या है? It is nothing but a body parts of the whale which is useful for the swimming purpose. So though they have the different functions, हर एक body के functions अलग अलग होते हैं part में according depend upon that animal. But if we look towards the anatomy, if we look towards the structure of these bones, if we look towards the attachment of these bones to the organ, so these is similar, very very similar. So it proves that they have a common ancestor. ठीक है. तो ये जो है anatomy भी ये prove करता है कि they have a common ancestors. Again morphological जो overlook physical characters है, they also shows they have the common ancestor. So move towards the next, that is the vestigial organ. Okay, next देखते हैं हम, that is the vestigial evidence. Vestige means what? Undeveloped हम बोल सकते हैं, useless बोल सकते हैं. Again degenerated, according to the situation it undergoes a degeneration. So these organs which is present in the living organism, they are called as vestigial organs. Clear है? The organs which are degenerated, we can say that, or undeveloped or useless organs which is present in the living organism, they are called as a vestigial organs. So living things में क्या होता है? Suddenly कुछ न्यू टिश्यूज को डेवलप करना, इट इज इम्पॉसिबल. क्लियर है? इन अ क्रिटिकल सिचुएशंस सडनली कुछ न्यू टिश्यूज को प्रिपेयर करना और ओरिजिन करना, उनका ओरिजिनेट करना, it is a impossible things for the human being. Instead of that, whatever the organs which are present, they are undergoes a gradual changes in themselves so that they can adjust to the surrounding, they can adjust to that situation. क्योंकि अगर पर्टिकुलर सिचुएशन आती है तो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म फटाक से कुछ न्यू टिश्यूज या न्यू ऑर्गन जनरेट नहीं कर सकती है बॉडी. क्लियर है? इंस्टेड ऑफ दैट, whatever the organs which are present in the body, they are try to adjust to that situation and slowly उनमें कुछ changes हो जाते हैं so that they can be able to fit into or able to survive into that situations. Clear है? तो ये organ जो है, it is nothing but a vestigial organ. लेकिन ऐसा है कि though these organs, we can say that though they are unfunctioned or they are useless for the some organization, but they can show proper response, they can functioning fully in some organization. That's why they are not able to degenerate or they are not being disappears after a long period of the time. तो ऐसे कुछ ऑर्गन्स होते हैं जो हमको उनका यूज नहीं है, सपोज ठीक है, ह्यूमन बॉडी में भी नंबर ऑफ वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन्स है, हमें उनका यूज नहीं है, बट वट एवर द न्यू लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर देयर और वट एवर द अनदर लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स आर देयर, उनमें वो फुल्ली फंक्शनिंग है, क्लियर है, सो दे आर नोन एज द वेस्टिजियल organs, ठीक है. So let's we see human body also contains number of the vestigial organs like ear muscle. हमारे जो ear muscles है around the pinna, there is no use of these ear muscles. It is useless in human body, but it is useful for the animals like monkey for the movement of the pinna, for the movement of the ear lobes. क्लियर है, उनके लिए ये यूजफुल है. That's why the ear muscles are not degenerated up to this age. But as the use is not there, suppose, so in the future, may after a number of years, maybe there will be no ear muscles, as there is no use of the ear muscles to the human being, but they are fully functioning or fully activated in the another animals. That's why they are as it is, ठीक है, ear muscles. नेक्स्ट हम देख सकते हैं, दैट इज द कॉक्सिक्स. कॉक्सिक्स मींस व्हाट, टेल बोन. हमारे जो बोन्स है, वर्टिब्रीज है, उनकी जो लास्ट एंड है, टेल है, दैट टेल बोन इज नोन एज द कॉक्सिक्स. वंस अपॉन अ टाइम इट इज वेरी वेरी यूजफुल एंड एक्टिवेटेड इन द ह्यूमन बीइंग, बिकॉज उनकी क्या होती थी, टेल होती थी ना मंकी जैसी. जब हम एप्स या मंकीज होते थे एट दैट टाइम इन द हिस्ट्री, इन द पास्ट, दैट बोन इज वेरी वेरी टॉल, which is nothing but your tail. क्लियर है, तो ये टेल यूजफुल थी, जंपिंग के लिए यूजफुल थी, क्लियर है, एंड नंबर ऑफ द पर्पसेस के लिए ये टेल यूजफुल थी. लेकिन जैसे जैसे उसका यूज कम होते गया, इट बिकम शॉर्ट एंड आफ्टर एंड बिफोर एंड 1000 years of ago it get degenerated. तो जैसे आप उसका यूज नहीं करोगे, so that things will be degenerate slowly. This is nothing but a vestigial organ, but these pockets is helpful for the monkey to jump also, clear in number of the purposes. Next one, appendix. Appendix is also a one kind of the vestigial organ which is present in the human body. Appendix मतलब क्या, suppose ये आपका large appendix है, sorry, large intestine है, ठीक है, और ये आपका जो है ये बीच में आपका स्मॉल इंटेस्टाइन, वो यहाँ पे इसे ज्वाइन है लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन, ठीक है. सो लार्ज इंटेस्टाइन का जो स्टार्टिंग एंड होता है ना, इट हैव अ स्मॉल आउटग्रोथ, दैट स्मॉल आउटग्रोथ इज नोन एज अपेंडिक्स. क्लियर है, आपने सुना भी होगा अपेंडिक्स का ऑपरेशंस करते हैं, वो बॉडी में से कट करके वो रिमूव कर देते हैं, बिकॉज दिस इज नथिंग बट अ वेस्टिजियल ऑर्गन, सो इट क्रिएट्स अ नंबर ऑफ टाइम create a paste in the body, ठीक है. So that small outer growth part of the large intestine, at the starting of the large intestine, it is known as the appendix. So it is a vestigial organ to the human body, but it is very very useful to the ruminants. Ruminants मतलब क्या, हम for example लेंगे काऊ है, जिराफ है, means at a time they can eat number of a very in large amount of the food, just like a grass is there, again number of kinds of the food, ठीक है, and after some time again they take that food into the mouth and chew that properly, क्योंकि एक बार खाने से उनका डाइजेशन कंप्लीट नहीं होता है, बिकॉज दैट मटेरियल इज वेरी हार्ड, दैट मटेरियल इज वेरी हार्श, क्लियर है. सो टू मेक दैट मटेरियल अगेन सॉफ्ट, so after some time they again comes into the mouth and they chew that material into the mouth, ठीक है. जैसे काउस वगैरह करती है, एट ए टाइम वो सब खा लेती हैं, आफ्टर सम टाइम बाय टेकिंग अ रेस्ट दे कैन अगेन chew that material and make to that material become soft and re-digest. So इनमें से 2 times digestion होता है, ठीक है. So for that animal this appendix is very very useful, because appendix release a number of kinds useful hormones so that these hardish material can be digested to that animals. So this is nothing but a appendix. Next, the next vestigial organ which is present in the human body, that is the wisdom teeth. Wisdom teeth, that is the जस्ट हमारे लास्ट इसमें होते हैं नीचे की तरफ मोरल टीथ है, ये भी वन काइंड ऑफ द मोरल टीथ विच इज यूज टू कट और विच इज यूज टू बाइट द हार्डियस्ट मटेरियल। जो पुराने जमाने में जब हम नंबर ऑफ काइंड्स ऑफ द हार्ड मटेरियल खाते थे, ठीक है, तो उनको माउथ में कट करने के लिए, च्यू करने के लिए हमें उनकी जरूरत पड़ती। इन मराठी वी कॉल्ड एज अक्कलदार, clear है, but nowadays there is no use of this wisdom teeth. So this is again a vestigial organ which is present in the human body, but it is also useful for the other animals also, which eats a hardiest material, ठीक है, तो उनको कट करने के लिए, उनको उनके पीसेस करने के लिए वो wisdom teeth activated है, but in a human body there is no use of the wisdom teeth now. Next, the hair which is present on the body. So in a old time, the hair, whole bodies get covered with the hairs, so that whatever there is no effect of the environment, we can protect ourselves, our skin from the environment. But nowadays, as there is no use of these hairs, we are continuously removing the hair. So this hair which is present on the body in a small amount only, so they are nothing but a vestigial parts of the human being. So ये सब जो है ये हमें क्या बताते हैं, evolution, that is the vestigial parts, though it is unfunction in some organism but it becomes functioning, fully activated in some organism, it shows that they have a common ancestors, ठीक है। नेक्स्ट हम देखते हैं that is the paleontological evidence. Okay, next हम देखते हैं there is a paleontological evidence. Paleontology, it is a one kind of the branch of the science which deals with the study of the history about the past, history of a life, or which makes the study of the fossils, again the information about the origin of the life. That kind of the study is made by the branch of the science which is known as the paleontology. So these whole branches depend upon the some remains and some impressions. So let me start discuss about this. Okay. So everyone have a very curiosity about the origin of the life or which kind of the organisms were present on that day or before millions of years ago. So how can we know which kind of the organisms were present at that time, or what is the life or what is the age of that organism of that or plants or animals, ठीक है। तो ये सब अब हम जान सकते हैं by using a new dating technique, that is nothing but a carbon dating method, ठीक है। इस टेक्निक से इसको जो डिस्कवर किए विलार्ड गिबे ने, and on honor for this invented the carbon dating method, he were awarded by the Nobel Prize in 1960. That is a carbon dating method से इस टेक्निक से हम पता कर सकते हैं कि which type of the organisms were found in that time and what is the life or what is the age of that. तो age पता करके हम उनकी मतलब वो कब प्रेजेंट थे लाइफ पर और उनकी लाइफ कब थी ऑन द अर्थ, ये हम पता कर सकते हैं, ठीक है। So we know that due to the some kinds of the disaster, that is a natural disaster or volcano or floods or earthquake. So due to this natural disaster, the animals which is present on the earth, the plants, they get buried under the ground. Clear? And after millions of years, okay, that plants and animals which is buried underground, these we can say that these were converted into the fossils. ठीक है। So these fossils का हम study करके, that is the remains means what of the small kind of the parts which is left behind from the long part. So after a few years, what happened, that plants and animals get degenerate, their body gets slowly degenerated, ठीक है। So whatever the remaining part is there, suppose हमें अब find out करना है, अगर हमें कुछ bodies मिल जाती है from the earth, and if we have to find out what is the age of that bodies, clear है, तो जितना भी part बचा है, that small part which is left behind from the bigger one, that is called as a remnants, ठीक है। And impressions, if you get the footprints, if you get some traces of that plant, of that organism, we can say that. So by using that impressions and remnants, we can easily make the study of the age, or we can easily determine the age of that animal or that object, ठीक है। So इसके लिए हम यूज कर सकते हैं कार्बन डेटिंग मेथड। यहाँ पे क्या होता है, कार्बन हैव 3 isotopes, that is a carbon 12, कार्बन 13, कार्बन 14। तो इसमें से जो है कार्बन 12 इट इज अ नॉन रेडियो एक्टिव, एंड कार्बन 14 जो है इट इज अ रेडियो एक्टिव एलिमेंट, इट इज द रेडियो एक्टिव एलिमेंट, ठीक है। So carbon 14, we know that whatever the elements which is present in our body, हमारे cells जो है, हमारा जो food है, again different body के parts, they are whole made up from the carbon. So carbon is already present in our body, ठीक है, और we can say that our whole body is made up from the carbon compound, ठीक है. Lipids, so number of kinds of the compounds, so organic, inorganic, all are made up from the carbon. So कार्बन 12 जो है इट इज द नॉन रेडियो एक्टिव, एंड कार्बन 14 जो है वो रेडियो एक्टिव है. तो जब भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म की डेथ होती है, आफ्टर दैट द कंजप्शन ऑफ द कार्बन विल बी स्टॉप. क्लियर है? जब भी लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म की डेथ होती है, प्लांट्स हो, एनिमल्स हो, लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, एनी काइंड ऑफ द लिविंग ऑर्गेनिज्म, सो द कार्बन कंजप्शन इज गेट स्टॉप आफ्टर द डेथ. और जैसे ही डेथ होती है, फ्रॉम दैट इंस्टेंट द कार्बन 14 इट स्टार्ट्स टू डीजेनरेट. ये एक्टिव हो जाता है कार्बन 14 इन आवर बॉडी, which is the radioactive element. Radioactivity is one of the concept. Radioactivity means what? That element undergoes the degradation, continuously decaying process जो है, slowly उनकी एक्टिविटी कम हो जाती है by emitting the number of kinds of the rays, ठीक है. तो ये जब भी एनिमल्स और प्लांट्स और एनिमल्स जब भी डेथ हो जाते हैं तो कार्बन कंजप्शन कम बंद हो जाता है, ठीक है. डेथ होने के बाद क्या होता है, C14 जो है फ्रॉम दैट इंस्टेंट इट विल बी रेडियो एक्टिव, वो एक्टिवेट हो जाता है एंड इट स्टार्ट्स टू डिकेइंग देयर प्रोसेस. तो जब भी हमें ऐसे कोई प्लांट्स या एनिमल्स के हमें जो मिलते हैं, अवशेष मिलते हैं, क्लियर है. सो फ्रॉम दैट वी कैन इजीली डिटरमाइन द एज. हाउ? बाय C12 की जो आपकी वैल्यू है वो तो एज इट इज रहने वाली, ये कांस्टेंट रहने वाला है, एंड C14 गोज ऑन डिके. इसका जो परसेंटेज है आपकी बॉडी में स्लोली चेंज होने वाला है. सो बाय चेकिंग द रेशियो ऑफ C14 टू C12, ये रेशियो चेक करके, और जब हमें वो अवशेष मिला है, जब हमें वो बॉडी पार्ट्स इंप्रेशंस मिले और जो सम रेमनेंट्स मिले, उनमें से C14 की जो एक्टिविटी है वो चेक कर हम उसकी एज डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. So it is very easy now to determine the age of the any kind of the fossils, any kind of the plants and animals. और डायनासोर जैसे कि हम बताते हैं 300 billion years ago they were present, ये हम कैसे कह सकते हैं? Whatever the remnants, whatever the impression we get at that time by determining the C14 की radioactivity हम determine करके, और C14 to C12 का जो रेशियो है वो चेक करके हम इसकी एज डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं. क्योंकि C12 जो है वो कांस्टेंट रहेगा, उसका वैल्यू चेंज नहीं होगी कार्बन की, लेकिन जो C14 है इट कंटिन्यूअसली अंडरगोज अ डिकेइंग प्रोसेस, ठीक है. तो इनका रेशियो चेक करके और C14 की एक्टिविटी हम चेक करके इसकी एज डिटरमाइन कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. सो दिस इज द नथिंग बट अ पैलेंटोलॉजिकल एविडेंसेस, जिसमें हम रेमनेंट्स एंड इंप्रेशंस के हेल्प से उनमें जो रेडियो एक्टिविटी है कार्बन की, मतलब ये कब किस इराज में प्रेजेंट है ये हम बता सकते हैं. क्लियर है? बाय यूजिंग द रेडियोएक्टिव कंसेप्ट, किस इराज में ये प्रेजेंट है. उनका बर्थ कब हुआ था ये हमें पता नहीं है, लेकिन जब उनकी डेथ हुई आफ्टर दैट वी कैन काउंट द पीरियड फ्रॉम आफ्टर द डेथ अप टू द स्टेट, सो वी कैन इजीली डिटरमाइन, ठीक है. क्योंकि ये जो कार्बन 14 एक्टिवेट कब होता है? आफ्टर द डेथ. तो डेथ से ये अब तक का हम पीरियड कैलकुलेट करके C14 की रेडियोएक्टिविटी कैलकुलेट करके हम बता सकते हैं कि ये एनिमल किस इरा में प्रेजेंट थे. सो डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट वन स्ट्रक्चरल of a ground level of fossils is given. So the इनमें जो conversion है eras दिए, that is the first one Paleozoic era, then Mesozoic era and Cenozoic era. So according to this, मतलब ये activity count करके ground की जो level है वो कैसी बनी है, जो first found होते थे that is nothing but a starfish and some snails are there, ठीक है, which is after the death gets settled down at the bottom of the sea. इनके बाद जो है some fishes are there, that is the some unicellular, some multicellular. After that some frog, that is amphibians are there, which is present on the earth, and later one some that is the reptiles are there, and from the reptiles some apes are there. ठीक है. So this is nothing but a ground level structure according to the C14 की जो information, according to that this ground level structure will be formed. ठीक है. So this is the paleontological evidences. Okay. So next देखते हैं हम, that is the evolution. Next connecting links. Connecting links मतलब क्या? Morphological structure जो कुछ animals थे, ठीक है? By the morphological structures, they were linked together or they were related to the different kinds of the organization. Though they have the different functions, उनके organization अलग अलग है, but by morphologically they get linked to the another organization, another group. This is known as the connecting links between the two different organizations. ठीक है, by morphologically. So हम first example देखते हैं, that is a peripatus which is given in your textbook. If you look towards the diagram of the peripatus, so peripatus की अगर हम diagram देखेंगे, they have the segmented body. ठीक है, they have the segmented body. On the body have covered with a thin cuticle. Cuticle मतलब क्या? एक waxy layer होता है जो प्रोटेक्शन भी देता है बॉडी को अगेन टू मूव ऑन द ग्राउंड सरफेस. ठीक है, एंड दे हैव अ पैरापोडिया फॉर द लोकोमोशन जस्ट लाइक अ सीलिया व्हिच इज प्रेजेंट ऑन द फंगस, सॉरी ऑन द पैरामेशियम. जैसे सीलिया प्रेजेंट होते हैं सेम लाइक दैट दे हैव द पैरापोडिया फॉर द लोकोमोशन. तो अगर हम ये फिजिकल स्ट्रक्चर और फिजिकल जो उसके बॉडी के स्ट्रक्चर है पार्ट से अगर हम ये स्टडी करेंगे, सो इट शोज द connecting links to the arthropoda and annelida. ये क्या है? सब ये फाइलम्स है. हम क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ एनिमल्स में ये डिटेल में स्टडी करेंगे, उनके कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स एंड एग्जांपल्स. ठीक है. सो ड्यू टू द प्रेजेंस ऑफ द सेगमेंटेड बॉडी एंड thin cuticle plus parapodia on the body, it shows the connecting link to the arthropoda plus they have the tracheal respiration and the open circulatory system like a cockroach. Arthropoda में आपका cockroach आता है and annelida में आपके worms आते हैं. All types of the worms included in the phylum of the annelida, and arthropoda में आपके सब arthropodas means for the locomotion they have the separate organs, we can say that, like a cockroach. Then spider is one of the example. ठीक है. So due to the presence of the segmented body, thin cuticle, parapodia plus tracheal respiration and the open circulatory system, they shows the link to the phylum, that is the annelida and the arthropoda. So we can say that these annelida and arthropoda, these animals are originated from the peripatus or their origin have the same. Next one, the duck-billed platypus. It is one of the example. So the duck-billed जो platypus है, it is reproduce the new living things by lay eggs method, which is same to the reptiles. जैसे reptiles lay eggs से होते हैं same, but due to the presence of the mammary gland, it also shows the connecting link to the mammals also. ठीक है. So we can say that the mammals are evolved from the reptiles. ठीक है. This is the connecting links by the morphological. Next one, the lungfish. Fish, they get respire with the help of the gills instead of the lungs. But lungfish, though it is the fish, it get respire with the help of the lungs. ठीक है. And due to that, it shows the connecting link between the amphibians and the fish. Means we can say that the amphibians मतलब क्या? जो पानी में भी रहते हैं and on the earth surface में. ठीक है. On the earth surface they get respire with the lungs, and in the water they get respire with the help of the gills. ठीक है. So amphibians, they show the connecting links to the fishes, or they get evolved from the fishes. This is nothing but the connecting links, or this is one kind of the evidence which shows that they have the same origin, or they are evolved from the same ancestors. ठीक है. So this is about the connecting links. Last हम study करेंगे, that is embryological evidences. Embryo means the place where the birth or the development process of the newborn baby is carried out. That place is known as the embryo. Clear है? तो एम्ब्रियोनिक डेवलपमेंट अगर हम कंसीडर करेंगे, डिफरेंट एनिमल्स यहाँ पे दिए, उनके स्टेजेस दिए यहाँ पे, फर्स्ट स्टेज, सेकंड स्टेज, थर्ड स्टेज. हर एक स्टेज में हर एक स्टेज में अगर हम सपोज फर्स्ट स्टेज अगर हम हर एक एनिमल की चेक करेंगे, सो देयर स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो इज वेरी वेरी सिमिलर। क्लियर है? लेकिन जैसे जैसे ये स्टेजेस डेवलपमेंट की इंक्रीज होती जाती है, अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट द स्ट्रक्चर और द साइज ऑफ द एम्ब्रियो इज गोज ऑन चेंजिंग। क्लियर है? डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट एनिमल, ठीक है, फंक्शनैलिटी ऑफ दैट एनिमल डिपेंडिंग अपॉन दैट। बट लेकिन इनकी जो इनिशियल स्टेज है डेवलपमेंट की हर एक एनिमल की, इट इज सिमिलर, दैट मीन्स दे हैव अ कॉमन एंसेस्टर। तो हम डिफरेंट एविडेंसेस भी स्टडी किए, दैट इज मार्फोलॉजिकल मतलब फिजिकली आउटलुक से, then internally that is nothing but anatomical structure of the bones से, position of the bones, attachment of the bones to the organs, इससे हमने प्रूव किया है। थर्ड हमने देखा that is the vestigial organ, that organs though they are useless in some living things, but they are useful or fully activated, functioning, carried out their function properly in the some organism. So it is again through the connecting link or the evidence. Next fourth हमने देखा है that is nothing but a paleontological देखा है, by using some remnants and impressions. By using some remnants and impression we can carry out their study, we can able to find out their ages by using the carbon dating method, that is the radioactivity of the C40, ये हम कैलकुलेट कर सकते हैं। फिफ्थ हमने देखा दैट इज अ कनेक्टिंग लिंक्स, जो हमें डिफरेंट उनके फिजिकल जो कैरेक्टर्स है उससे हमें पता चलती है, दे शोज द सम इवोल्यूशन। मतलब जैसे कि हमने यहाँ पे देखा कि एनिलिडा एंड आर्थ्रोपोडा शोज द कनेक्टिंग लिंक टू द पेरिपेटस, ठीक है। जैसे कि डक बिल जो apparatus, it shows the reptiles behavior also and mammals behavior also, so we can say that there is a connecting link, or mammals are evolved from the reptiles, ठीक है। And lungfish, though it is a fish, it is respires with the lungs, so it shows the connecting links to the amphibians, ठीक है। एंड लास्ट हमने देखा कि एम्ब्रॉयनिक डेवलपमेंट, तो हर एक एनिमल्स की जो है फर्स्ट स्टेज जो एम्ब्रॉयनिक डेवलपमेंट की, इट इज वेरी वेरी सिमिलर और सिमिलर, एग्जैक्टली सिमिलर वी कैन से दैट, बट जैसे जैसे डेवलपमेंट प्रोसेस होती है अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट इट विल बी चेंज। लेकिन फर्स्ट स्टेज जो है इट इज वेरी सिमिलर, सो इट प्रूव्स दैट दिस इज द they have a common ancestor. So I hope you like this session, that is evidences that we have studied. Okay, in the next session we will go ahead.